Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Robinson. I am the Supervisor of Attendance in McKinney-Vento for San Juan Unified School District. And today I'm presenting a PowerPoint on partnering for student success and how to understand attendance. Before I get started, I wanted to just go over why attendance matters. Every school day is equivalent to a day of learning, and missing just one or just 2 days of school a month equals about 10% of the school year missed. We noticed that students with regular attendance perform better academically, they build stronger relationships, and they develop good habits for the rest of their lives. One of the biggest things that we see is that the more your student attends school, the better their social and emotional well-being is as well. There are a few different types of absences that would be considered excused by California Education Code. First, to start off, illness-related or medical appointments for students only. If there is a quarantine related directed by a health officer or a doctor, funeral services or a death in the family, court appearances or jury duty for student only, religious holidays, ceremonies, or retreats, employment and entertainment industries, as long as student has a work permit, and any justifiable personal reasons with prior approval by your principal. A few unexcused absences that we would still like you to make sure that you report, which we will go into a little bit later, would be vacations or trips during the school day, babysitting or taking care of other siblings, any transportation problems, if you miss the school bus or if you have car issues, if you're oversleeping or just not feeling like attending, any family errands or non-emergency activities, and any reasons not approved by school administrator. I do want to also add that if the parent or someone else in the home is sick, but the child themselves is not sick, that is also counted as an unexcused absence. There are a few different ways that we can use to report an absence. And our first option would be a handwritten note that is delivered to the school office. You can send it in your child's backpack, or you can go ahead and walk it to the office yourself, whatever you choose. We also have another option where you can just call the school, let them know why your student has missed, how long your student will miss for, and just let them know if your student is feeling ill or whatever may be the case. Along with our option 3, it could be the same information that you would use in the phone call. However, it would just be in an email format. And option 4 would be our district absence notification form. This is available in all of our district languages, and you can pick these forms up at your school site, and you can also just reach out to your front office staff and request for one of these forms for future absences if you feel like they may be needed. There are a few ways as a parent that you would be able to track attendance in your parent portal. Your parent portal access will show you different attendance trends that your students may be having. You can view your students' daily attendance, check your tardies and absences, and monitor those attendance trends just to see how they're doing, especially during the school day. The way you are able to get access to your parent portal, if you do not have access already, you can reach out to your front office staff and they will go ahead and give you your password and your email or username, whatever credential you may need in order to log in. We always recommend this. This is a way for parents to help prevent truancy and also get early awareness that something may be going on during your child's school day. This will also be helpful when you know when to report your absences or how long you've had since that last absence. For automated notifications when your student misses school, you have, if they miss school for one full day or one period in middle and high school, you will receive an automated text message, phone call, or email. You will have 5 days to clear those absences. So for excused illness related reasons, we would need up to, when your child misses school, one full day or one period if your student is in middle or high school. You will receive an automated text message, phone call, and email. In that time, you have 5 days to clear an absence. And if it's an excused illness, you have 10 excused illnesses per school year without a doctor's note. So make sure to call those in as soon as it happens or as soon as your child misses school for that reason. But after those 10 days, you would need to have a doctor's note to be able to clear them as excused. Without the note, you would have to communicate, but they would be considered unexcused. And that will go into my next segment about truancy notifications for unexcused absences. Our state requires parents to be notified when their child is considered truant. And for the state of California and San Juan, we have each truancy letter being sent out at 3, 6, and 9 unexcused absences. These letters are automatically generated, and again, they are mandated by the state of California. And if you ever receive one of these letters and you are wondering why or what the case might be, please go ahead and contact your school site at any time. They would be able to answer all your questions. And if there's any questions that they may not be able to answer, they will always make sure to point you guys in our direction, just so that we can further explain the truancy notification and also see if there is anything that we can do to prevent you from receiving any of the notifications in the future. My attendance team at the district level does a few different things in order to support families. But the first and main thing we do, we support sites and families with attendance meetings. And our purpose is to make sure that you guys are aware and educated about all things attendance. So we go over attendance codes, next steps if we have to, if your student's attendance cannot improve or we can't figure out a solution to help you do so. We also provide mental health referrals, parent education programs, and food and clothing resources. We usually work with a lot of community partnerships and district partnerships and try to make our solutions for students' attendance and trying to get them to school consistently as unique as possible. But overall, our goal is to remove barriers so that students can succeed and attend school as regularly as possible. One of the biggest things that my team tends to take pride in is that we try our best to include the parents as soon as we see that there might be an issue or we foresee an issue occurring with attendance, because we know that it takes a team, and families and our staff all knows that it takes a village to be able to support students. So we want to make sure that families are supported and students are getting to school every day. Some tips for our parents is that we always recommend that you set regular bedtime routines, prepare for the school day the night before. So laying out clothing, shoes, getting backpacks prepared, lunch prepared if your students takes lunch to school, and just ensuring that they are comfortable and ready, even if they need to figure out their plans for how to get to school that morning if it's different than for previous days. We also want to make sure that we avoid scheduling appointments during school hours. We want to try and keep those routines for students also during our school day. Our teachers and our admin try their best to make very routine, structured schedules for their students. So we want to make sure that they get in the routine and they don't have any blocks of periods that may be disrupted. We also want to make sure that parents are communicating with the school early about any concerns that may be related to attendance or may in the future may be related to attendance. Making sure that if you see your student lacking motivation, that's something, and not wanting to go to school, or mornings becoming gradually more difficult to get your students out of the house and going to school regularly. Those are things that we would love for you to reach out to your school site, let them know about these concerns, and we will be able to support you and your student as much as possible or as soon as possible. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any further questions or would like to reach out to my department personally, directly, please go ahead and give us a call. We are the Attendance Improvement Office, 916-979-8604. And to view any additional workshops, please see the Family and Engagement website. Thank you.